Have you ever helped someone and later felt like you made a mistake? Rohit felt the same. One small act of kindness made him lose almost everything he hoped to earn that day. As he walked home, with his basket still half full, he wondered, did I make the wrong choice? The next morning, something happened that changed his life forever. From that day, Rohit never doubted God's plan again. Our story begins on the edge of a quiet Indian village, surrounded by green fields and tall coconut trees. Lived a 15-year-old boy named Rohit. He lived with his mother in a small mud house with a simple thatched roof. They were poor, but they never lost hope. Every morning, before the sun had fully risen, Rohit carried a basket of fresh fruits and walked to the village market. He worked hard every single day because he had only one dream. One day, he wanted to build a better home for his mother. That dream gave him the strength to keep moving forward, even on the hardest days. One beautiful morning, his mother carefully arranged the fresh fruits inside a small basket. She smiled warmly and handed it to Rohit. My son, go a little early today. The market will be busy, and you may sell all your fruits. Rohit smiled. I will do my best, Amma. With hope in his heart and the basket in his hands, he started walking towards the village market. As Rohit walked along the dusty road toward the village market, he noticed an old man sitting quietly under a large banyan tree. His face looked tired, and he seemed too weak to even stand up. Rohit slowed down. He looked at the old man, then looked at the basket of fruits in his hands. Only a few fruits were inside. He stopped walking. Inside his mind, a battle had begun. If I give him some fruits, I will earn less money today. Amma is depending on me. Every fruit is important. He took one step forward, then stopped again. He simply didn't know what to do. Just then, the old man slowly looked up. In a weak voice, he said, Child, could you please give me one fruit? I have not eaten since morning. Rohit looked into the old man's tired eyes. He could see the hunger and the pain on his face. For a few moments, he said nothing. Then, he smiled gently. Without another word, he picked up a few fruits from his basket and placed them carefully into the old man's hands. He looked at Rohit and quietly said, May your kindness return to you one day. Rohit simply nodded. He lifted his basket once again and continued walking toward the village market. Without realizing it, this simple decision would change everything. By the time Rohit reached the village market, his usual place was already taken. He looked around for a moment, then quietly walked to a small corner near the entrance. It wasn't a good place. Very few people passed by. Hour after hour, Rohit waited patiently. Some people looked at his fruits, but walked away. By the end of the day, more than half of his basket was still full. He sighed softly. I helped someone, but I lost my earnings. With a heavy heart, he picked up his basket and slowly started walking home. That night, Rohit sat quietly beside his mother. She noticed that he wasn't smiling. What happened, my son? She asked gently. Rohit lowered his head and he said, I helped an old man today. Because of that, I reached the market late. Someone else took my usual place. I hardly sold any fruits. I thought helping him was the right thing. But now, I'm not so sure. His mother smiled kindly. She placed her hand on his shoulder. My son, never regret doing a good deed. Sometimes, God's blessings don't arrive the same day. They arrive exactly when we need them. Rohit listened quietly. He wanted to believe her, but deep inside, he was still disappointed. The unexpected twist. The next morning, Rohit returned to the market. As he got closer, he noticed a crowd. People were standing around. He hurried forward. Then, he stopped. A huge branch from the old banyan tree had broken during the night and fallen directly onto the place where he always sold his fruits. His usual wooden stall was completely crushed. Rohit couldn't move. He simply stared. One shopkeeper looked at him and said, "Rohit, yesterday, you were lucky. If you had arrived on time, you would have been sitting right here." Rohit slowly remembered everything. The old man, his hesitation, the fruits he had given away, reaching the market late, losing his usual place, selling from another corner. Every small moment had led him away from danger. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered, "Yesterday, I thought I lost money. Today, I realize God was protecting me." That evening, Rohit returned home. This time, there was peace on his face. He hugged his mother. "You were right, Amma. I never really lost anything. I was exactly where God wanted me to be." His mother smiled and said, "Remember this, my son. When life changes your plans, don't be afraid. God may be changing them to protect you." From this story, we learned that what feels like a delay today may actually be the protection saving you from tomorrow. And so, never doubt God's plan, because everything happens for a reason.